Well, alright. 2009 was a great year when it came to gaming. Whether it was long-anticipated sequels, surprise sleeper hits, or big studio blockbusters, there were a wide variety of quality games in all genres for us gamers to enjoy. But which were the best this year? Well, to be honest, I had a very tough time coming to a decision. There were just so many worthwhile games released this year that I actually felt bad about taking a few of them off the list. However, I gotta be honest, so here goes. It's DSP's Game of the Year Awards 2009 Top 10 Best Games of the Year. So before we get started, let's lay down some ground rules so everyone has some equal footing and knows what to expect. Number 1, all games must have been released in 2009. Unfortunately, for a great game like BioShock, which I didn't complete until this year, that means it is not eligible for a Game of the Year award. Number 2, I actually had to play the game. And I know a lot of people ask me frequently about games that I play on the Wii. Unfortunately, I do not own a Wii, and therefore, sorry Mario, you're out this year. A what? Fuck are you? And number 3, the game could be an official full release or a downloadable content / DLC. 2009 was undoubtedly the first year when almost every major release had a DLC, and therefore it would not be fair for me to rule out one of these additional content packs for a game. That is, if it does warrant being mentioned because it was good enough to actually get the credit to make my top 10 listing. So keep in mind that these are my personal top 10. It's my opinion based off of what I played and what I've uploaded to YouTube this year. I'm very happy if you disagree. Feel free to disagree, and please comment if you do, because everyone has a right to their own opinion. So let's get started. Honorable mention, tie between Infamous and Prototype. I personally felt that both Infamous and Prototype were interesting games. The sandbox concept, the free roaming aspect of the mission structure, the ability to level up and upgrade your powers through different missions, different combats, and different leveling up. The bosses, the intricate stories that kind of expanded in a web as you progressed, the unlockable areas. In fact, when you really think about it, the games were extremely similar in structure. The only real difference between the two was that on the Infamous side, Cole McGrath had electric abilities and way less melee attacks, as opposed to on the Prototype side, Alex Mercer was more of a melee-based fighter, and yes, later on you could get other projectile attacks, you could throw down helicopters and jump into vehicles and things like that, so there was some variety between the two games. Any other year, probably both of these games would have made it onto my top 10, but to be completely honest, there were so many good games this year, I really didn't feel that either of these games broke the mold enough to warrant a spot in the top 10 best. So, good job. I do recommend either of these games, for the PlayStation 3, obviously, if you want to get Infamous, or Prototype if you have either the Xbox 360 or the PlayStation 3. However, I don't think neither of them stood out enough. Good job, but not close enough.